What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 249, and we're recording on August 21st, 2023. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. We do have announcements today. The first one is there is no After Hours or State of the Nation this week because we're covering 6 songs.
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah,
that's what's happening there.
6 songs.
The bigger announcement, though, is that we would like to announce a break that we're going to be having and the schedule for the break, because we are going to still try to give you content there. This break is happening for a multitude of reasons. Number one, in between seasons, between season 5 and season 6 of SojuTalk, we've been doing this for 5 years. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my god.
Also, Warren's going to be in Korea. You can follow us on Instagram. He's going to be posting stories, the SojuTalk Instagram. And then I'm going to be going on a family vacation, and Anita is relocating. So all this kind of happened at the same time. So we're going to be taking a break. So next week on August 28th, we'll be having our episode 250 short special. So we won't be talking about any new songs or anything like that, but we'll be more talking about what's going on with the podcast, our feelings after 5 years, things like that. So that is going to be next week. It should be a pretty short episode, maybe like an hour or so. And then the next 3 weeks, when we're gone, like gone, Warren's going to try to post the VODs from the live streams he's been having lately. One of them might be corrupted, though, so we'll try to get them all out there, but there should be 3. I think one of them's about XG. One of them's covering songs we haven't covered this year that people want us to. And then the third one was, what was the subject matter, Warren?
Kiss of Life.
Kiss of Life, yeah. So there should be live stream VODs about those 3 things. One of them might be corrupted, though, so it is what it is. And then we'll be making our triumphant return with Season 6 on September 25th. So that is pretty much how the next month is going to go. So you'll get special episode next week, 3 live stream VODs potentially, and then we'll be back after that.
We will be back on September 26th. We're recording on the 25th, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. 1 second.
Yeah, if all goes to plan, the XG episode should drop first. The catch-up stream, the folks that were there probably witnessed it, but there was the network dropped out a whole bunch of times.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'll salvage what I can. We'll see what happens there. But yeah.
Yeah. So that is that's the big announcement. All right. Let's get to the regular show now. Big new releases. We're covering 6 this week. I'll just go through the Stayc Bubble, Triple S LOVElution, the unit debut with Girls Capitalism. That's a crazy name. Twice Jihyo solo debut with Killing Me Good. Aespa with their English debut, I believe it's what they're calling this, something like that, with Better Things. Everglow with Slay, they're back after 18 months. And then Rise with their pre-release Memories. Let's start at the top, though. We got Stayc Bubble. They are from High Up Entertainment. Last 3 songs, Teddy Bear, Poppy, Beautiful, Monster. Okay. My initial impressions about this song is that it is in a similar vein to Teddy Bear, right? It's sort of hitting the same feeling, the same vibe, the same notes that Teddy Bear was hitting. That being said, I do like Bubble. I think it's a lot of fun. My issues with this is not even issues with the song. It's higher level with the concepting and what we're doing with Stayc. But we could talk about that in a bit. Do you guys have any initial impressions about the song itself?
The song itself? Yeah?
I was going to say, for me, I mean, I agree that this definitely goes in line with the concepting or vibe of Teddy Bear. Sound-wise, though, I thought it was a little bit more like 2000s, and I say this because they also released a sped up English version of this song within the same EP, and it was giving me a lot of like the nightcore vibes that you could find back in those days. So I don't know, I feel like there's a certain vibe to it that makes it a little like old school, like 2000s, late 2000s, mid 2000s. But I found it really interesting because I think not a lot of girl groups are going that route. I think everybody might be shifting to a more mellow, easy listening vibe, but Stacey hasn't quite done that so far, I don't think. So I don't know. I find it interesting that they decided to go down this route instead.
I think I'm not sure if I hear the mid 2000s or the early 2000s stuff. I do hear like a Twice type beat going on here. Feels like something that would have made the cutting room floor on the days of Cheer Up, TT, Knock Knock, that kind of run for Twice,
right?
Which makes sense. They have the same producer here.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the messaging feels very ITZY inspired. Lots of like self confidence. Don't be a circle. You know, be who you want to be. Don't let society stop you. It's a little.
Your worries are just bubbles. You know.
Right. Bubble, bubble. You know.
Very light.
It's a little in your face about it, but then again, I don't think I have a problem with that. I will admit the arrangement feels kind of all over the place for me. There's like electric guitars, then there's these like orchestral strings with like fireworks in the beginning, then there's these like band drums on the second verse, which seems to be like a rising trend that we've been seeing of having like alternate drums in the second verse. All of these are kind of, it feels like it's missing a little bit of cohesion, I'm not gonna lie, which is something that BEP's Black Eyed Pilsing's earlier works had with like TT, Cheer Up and all that. There was a lot of consistency with the way songs are arranged and the instrument choices. Here it feels like they pulled in a lot of different samples, a lot of different instruments, and it's not particularly tied down into one sound other than having those electric guitars kind of play in the background the whole time. And the whole orchestral sound, if anything, feels very Disney, especially with the music video showing like a castle.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's connected to
Disney
my
Channel.
issues with the overall concept thing. At the moment,
Let's pivot there. How about
I
that?
feel like they're advertising them to like 12-year-olds, dude, like 10 to 12-year-olds.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like last song, we talked about teddy bears. Now we're talking about
Right.
bubbles, right? Like
Maybe you think it's too light, like it's too.
I think it's a little too light, and I feel like what comes with this type of song is like the overacting. You know, it's like bubble. You know, like I'm like, oh my god, like stop, please, right? Like.
It's cute. Yeah, I get what you
It's
mean.
a little cute, but I'm like, man, they're really committed to this bubble thing. Like,
Oh.
I'm not the biggest fan, especially in like their marketing, like the TikToks and stuff. It's not really even the main chorus. It's kind of the second part of the chorus, the more dance breaky part is
Yeah.
the part they're doing in the TikToks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it just feels like a little heavy-handed,
It's very heavy-handed, Doug.
right?
Yeah.
It is, right? Like,
I mean, look, the album is called Teen Fresh.
Right.
okay.
I recognize that I'm not the target audience for the Stacey anymore.
Not
That's what I
19,
think.
But
Yeah. I might have been for Aespa and Stereotype or Run to You. Those three songs, along with their debut, I felt like provided a lot for a wider range of audiences. Between
True.
Teddy Bear and this one, it feels two things. One, it feels very targeted towards the younger generation, and second, it also feels like it's a lot more. Feels like they're doing a proved method of doing something that's general public friendly. That makes any sense,
Yes.
right?
I agree with that
Yeah.
because Teddy Bear did so well on the general charting.
you're right.
Right. And I feel like that's kind of visible in the music video as well. Female comedian / model / CEO.
Oh yeah. Yes.
What's her name?
I remember seeing her.
Hong Jin-young is in the music video as a cameo. I am aware that she's on it because BEP was on a different show and they had like a little thing there. But then again, I think bringing her in for this purpose says something about where they're trying to take Stacey in terms of who they're targeting or what the song is trying to achieve and that kind of thing. So I mean, I don't know, a bit of a shift. This Teddy Bear seems to be less of a one-off thing and more of a shift in terms of like what Stacey's going for here.
There's a lot of parts I do like about this. I like the punch you like an 808 line. I thought that was a great line.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
I also like that like 1 minute 45 seconds in when they're wearing the white concept outfits on the storybook. I really like that scene. For I don't know why. I thought it was a great
Very
scene.
pretty.
You know which outfit I liked better?
Which outfit?
In the first chorus, they're wearing streetwear, and one of the girls was wearing an Arsenal kit. Just just wanted to put that out there. I'm not sure which one it is. It's the blonde one.
It was
Xian?
I think it's Xian, yeah.
Okay. It's not. No.
No, wait, no, it's not
she's
Xian.
right here. It's
Never mind.
Oh my goodness, she was my bias at one point in this group.
Yeah.
Sumin.
Sumin.
Sumin. It was Sumin.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, thank
oh
you
my
for being a gunner.
Oh, this song is one of those songs like I like the song. I'm probably gonna listen to it a lot.
It's
It'll
growing
be like
on
in the
me.
background.
Yeah.
It's growing on me. It's fine. But I just feel like you got the Stacy girls. It could be going down harder.
They didn't say it. They didn't say it.
They're not
didn't
trying to
say
go down hard, dog. That's not what
No,
it
they
is.
didn't.
They didn't say it.
No.
I didn't even notice.
No.
Oh shit.
They did
Okay.
S-T.
I kind of miss it.
A-Y-C.
Yeah, and like they could do an older concept. They're 19 years old plus in this group. Some of them are like 22, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
they could do a little more than advertising to children, guys. Like, come on.
here's the thing. If you are a 16-year-old out there, or a 14-year-old, or a 12-year-old, I want to know how you guys feel, because clearly I recognize I'm not the target audience.
I am not.
Well, I thought you were a 13-year-old, Douglas. What's your name?
But okay, it does make me wonder though. Like, is it a teen target audience? Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a point of reference. Like, is this type of sound what's popular with teenagers? I don't know, because the way
I don't think
we are
so.
interpreting
Well, Anita,
like younger than teens.
Black
too.
Eyed Pilsing is not a teenager either. This is their interpretation of what they think teenagers like.
True.
Yeah. So everybody's
see
guessing
exactly.
here. So again, I'm asking you, are you a 13-year-old? Let me know. I mean, the album's called Teen Fresh, Anita.
Right. Exactly.
It's not like midlife crisis fresh and like or anything like that. It's teen fresh.
I just feel like Black Eyed Pilsing could do a little more. Like I think the girls are doing fine with what they're given. They're singing it well.
Yeah.
They're performing it well. Yoon is pretty popular at the moment. She has a YouTube series that started up.
Oh.
But we also saw the Shin perform it with her dad too. There is a TikTok of that.
Oh,
Aw.
good.
Watch that because they do that with all the songs. Yeah, I just feel like the older Stacey stuff was a little more
Poppy was
interesting there.
very
It was
nice.
It was going down.
You like the old Stacy, not the new Stacy.
Oh, honestly, yes. Like straight up.
I like
even
Poppy
Beautiful-
though.
I like Poppy too. It's
Poppy's
fine.
great.
But yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan of Teddy Bear or Bubble, and I haven't been since Teddy Bear came out.
Well, if it makes you any if it makes you think a little bit, this album is not selling as well as their previous one, which says
Is it not? No, that's not a good thing. No.
that says not something about this release, but something about Teddy Bear. I think is something you need to think about.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe there
see.
will be another shift.
It's only been 5 days as of recording date since
Right.
the album dropped, so things can shift and change all the time, anytime.
All right, let's move to the second song. We got Triple S LOVElution unit debut with Girls Capitalism. What a name, dude. What a music video.
Boy.
So they are from Madhouse. This is the unit debut, but I believe that a couple of these girls have been in other things in Triple S. But in this song, it's LOVElution. There's a Jihyo, Park So-hyun, So Da-hyun, Nien, Yoon So-yoon, Gong Yoo-bin, Haide, and then Jung Hae-rin are in this group. And I believe like 6 of them are making their Triple S / K-pop debut. So that's what they've been doing pretty much with each of these new units.
Interesting. It's confusing.
How many times can Triple S or Jaden dip into the Triple S well and produce songs that are similar to other Triple S's songs before the novelty wears off? I think that's the fine line we're towing here now. Do y'all agree with me on that or no?
I mean, a little bit. I see a large similarity between this song and Generation.
I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the one I referenced.
The other, I mean, you know, it doesn't sound like Rising per se. It doesn't sound like, what was the other one?
Fairy Talk is no,
Right.
definitely not.
No. But this one it's a little too similar to Generation is what I'll say. It has like very similar arrangement with like a funky guitar. There's a vox loop in the intro. There's these disco drums, and then there's like la 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 as a chorus, which, you know,
Right?
yeah, it's a different la la la, but it's still a la la la, you know.
But okay, we were talking about this before we started recording. Is the unit the AAA Acid Angel from Asia? Is that who did Generation? Is that gonna come back?
Okay, I did some research, y'all.
Okay.
I saw people
Thank
were
you.
angry about it.
Thank you.
Jaden has been giving like very ambiguous answers about this, but here are the facts. He stated previously that AAA Acid Angel from Asia, with their song Generation, that needed to sell 100K albums or he was gonna disband the unit, right? Which I think is a gigantic ask for a rookie group.
Yeah.
It ended up selling like 26,000, right?
Okay.
So, on paper, if Jaden Jung is not a liar, then they're disbanded. But in interviews, he said maybe they're disbanded, maybe they're not. Maybe we'll bring them back sometime.
So he
it's
could
all
be
about
a
what
liar.
the fans want. You know, he's really pushing the narrative. Like, it's not my fault if they're disbanded. You know, like y'all gotta vote for them or y'all gotta support them. But even it is his fault at the end of the day, right? He's the
It's
one
his
running
final
this.
decision.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah, I feel like I am confused about Triple S as much as I'm confused about NFTs and crypto. Dude. Like,
oh, okay,
I feel
yeah.
like my feelings for this group parallels my feelings about that a lot. Where it's like, it's interesting, it's cool, but I'm always afraid with Triple S that the rug's just gonna get pulled out at some point. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to figure out what the structure will be because I thought it was going to be like units, right? But now we're seeing people in multiple units, and then
Yes.
possible disbandment of certain units, but then a whole possible like all member debut in the future. So I don't know. It's a little confusing what the structure will be, but I mean, at any rate, if the first unit that was introduced as an Angel from Asia was going to be cut, then I guess it makes sense that he would reuse sort of their sound in this new unit.
No. I
No?
disagree. No.
You disagree?
Because I have decided to look at this as this is Triple S.
Oh, the big brand.
This is right. No, this is now Triple S doing multiple
You're-
comebacks with different
You're
members
talking
each
about
time.
like a AKB style thing, right?
In my head, this is AKB. In my head, this is
okay.
what NCT wanted to be. This is what Super Junior wanted to be. Back when Mr. SM was all like, oh, you know, it's gonna be a rotational system and everybody's gonna be, you know, everywhere, you know. This is what this is in my head. Until, for instance, you know, Acid Eyes comes back. In my head, this is gonna be okay. This is just Triple S coming back in different formats, coming back with different member rotations, and they have a fancy marketing term for each grouping of people. And in that aspect, yeah, Girls Capitalism is basically a rerun of Generation, to the point where it's a little eerie. Is it a little annoying? Yeah. Is it bad? I don't think so. I mean, you know, it's
I like it.
yeah. I mean,
The
it's
song's
nice.
good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
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 I feel like my issue with Triple S, right, continuously is like the music's pretty good. I've liked almost all of it so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm always like, I'm confused about the concept. I can't recognize any of the kids. Like,
That's my issue
on a
right
face
now.
value.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like, oh, this is the main kid or this is the rapper I've seen in 3 of the tracks. I'm having a hard time with the brand recognition. Maybe because I'm not super invested, but you know, as a general public listener, I shouldn't have to be super invested to understand what's going on. You know.
Well, that's the thing with Triple S now is like if you look at their music video alone, it feels like they're really, really building this. I'm a relatable teenager image, but on the other hand, if you actually look at their like group structure, voting, NFTs. There's a huge barrier to entry right now. Like it's so high. It's worse
higher
than Marvel.
it was worse than it was for Luna.
Way worse. Don't even compare, sir. Like it's not good in that aspect. That being said, it's like kind of like Apple, right? Once they're in the ecosystem for Triple S, I assume you're like really invested in that ecosystem. You're voting all the time. Every week is like
Right.
produced, I imagine. But then again, for rest of us here, where I'm just trying to get by and like figure out how I feel about these songs. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
Like I like the songs, I don't like the kids yet. If does that make any sense, right?
Yes.
Which is odd because in K-pop a lot of the times it's the opposite, where you like the people, then you like the music, and you're like, oh, they're both kind of good, right?
Right.
I just find like my connection to Triple S is so base level that I'm just like, oh, it's another fun track from Triple S, okay. And I'm like watching this music video. I'm like, hey, this is kind of crazy again. Like
The music
they
video
did
is
like a school
pretty
photo
fun.
concept, but then their club is like the Capitalism club, which is
Get Money
hilarious.
Club.
Yeah, like and then I one girl ate soap, and I'm like, that girl's a soap eater, straight up.
She
And
swore.
then this girl's like blowing her nose in the money. Like I thought there's like with all Triple S, there was a lot of cool things going on, a lot of cool visuals. They're making a statement about certain things, right? You
Right.
can interpret them how you want, which I think is fine, which is great. That's like the benefit of this group. But I'm just having a hard time becoming a Triple S fan if I'm not fully invested into everything else, right?
On the other hand, I do wonder what it's like from like an invested fan's perspective, because like the ideal theory for like an ideal fandom right now, the way I see it, is an all fans support OT kind of supporting fandom. For instance, if there is a group named the Spice Girls and it has 5 members, we want fans to support all 5 and the well-being of all 5.
Yeah.
Not the well-being of a specific member and that member only, because that causes conflict within the fandom, right?
True.
In a system like this, I feel like you're kind of encouraging individual member support, because like let's say I'm a fan of EGU, right? This is one of the girls who has been in Crystallized, Acid Eyes. She's also going to be in Evolution, which is the upcoming unit. Am I interested in LOVElution? Do I dislike LOVElution? Am I?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because
And right
Not
now,
in
I
it.
feel like it's too early to tell whether this system is going to work for its benefit or if it's going to ruin everything.
You might also just be a EGU fan because you saw her on Queendom Puzzle, because she was one of the girls who was on Queendom Puzzle, right?
there you go.
I don't think so.
No, she was.
Oh, might have been a different. Oh wait, no, you're right. She wasn't Queen the Polo. Yeah,
I'm right, dude.
Okay,
I know
I'm
my shit.
sorry, jeez.
That being said, like the album
Complicated.
sales are trending in the right direction, I believe. Yeah, it's going up. It's around 50, if not higher these days. And I like the songs as standalone songs, but I think so much about K-pop is not just the song. It's about the group. It's about the kids. It's about all that, right? And I find the connection a little hard with Triple S at the moment.
Yeah.
And then this LOVElution, they're doing a tour, I believe, like right after this.
Tour.
You could buy tickets for it. Yeah, if you go on the YouTube channel, like I could buy tickets right now for the event.
Oh my god, are they coming to America?
Wow.
Yeah, dude, they're going to like small venues too, like Akron, Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a place.
I didn't expect Ohio. I'll be honest.
dude. Yeah, let me look up real quick. I'm getting on Ticketmaster real quick. Let me
Yeah.
see. Ticketmaster Triple S, Atlanta, Reading, New York, Tysons, Virginia, Akron, Ohio, Kansas City, Houston, Fort Worth, Pasadena.
Wow.
We'll see them at the end of September. This new unit that just randomly popped up. Let me see what the sales are looking.
Oh, they're gonna be on Town Hall.
I didn't want to look up what the sales were. These are so expensive. Holy crap.
How
Okay.
much? How much?
If I want nosebleeds at this New York thing, and mind you, they've only sold like 10% of the tickets. It's like 80 without fees. A minimum 100 probably.
Oh, that's the balcony too.
Yeah, that's balcony.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, best of luck. The song is
Ticket
good.
prices these days are insane. The song is good. Yeah,
Song's
I like
good.
The song though.
Oh, I like the message too. The
Right.
Yeah, like beauty is not just about how you look. It's the inner beauty that matters. Like, it's a little ironic that it's K-pop, and it's talking about that. But yeah, I still appreciate
It
it.
always is, but yeah.
I still appreciate the gesture, It's
Right, yeah.
it doesn't come off genuine.
Okay, we've had this issue lately where people are talking about
We
it's
have.
all about self-confidence, not about how you look. Meanwhile, like they're idols, right? Like it's a
Yeah.
tough sell. It's a tough sell. I get the messaging though. I like it. It works.
Yeah.
It's a message that younger kids these days should hear because especially
Younger
in places-
kids. Dude, I want to hear it too. Dude, I want to be beautiful. What the hell?
Damn.
I don't want to be cute. Fuck that.
I mean, the easiest way is on your vacation. You could go get a little snip. About you could be beautiful.
To get a little.
my.
There was okay. Here's a side story. There was a kid in my Korean program when I went to Korea like 10 years ago, and his grandma said, "If you get anything done, I'll pay for it."
Dude, my mom
did?
told me the same thing. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
What?
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I was like, nah, I'm good. It's all right. I appreciate the gesture.
But let's pivot. We got Twice Jihyo. Everyone likes Jihyo. Solo debut. Killin Me Good. She is from JYP. This is when they line up the song with the voice, with the concept, all perfectly
Yes.
aligned. Right?
I agree.
They show off the strengths.
100%.
I ain't gonna say she has weaknesses, but the things she is not as good in, they don't expose them, Like they show off everything that makes Jihyo, and they accentuate it in the song selection, in the music video, in the choreography, in the way she
Yes,
sings it. I think
performance.
they put together a really good package here.
Yeah, I agree. We can move on now. That's everything I wanted to say.
Like that's basically it, right?
No, it's great. It's great. Gio's one of the people who's like has a very comfortable mid-lower range in my head.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And this song digs into that so much. It has that kind of like passionate sound, if anything. Like it's not Latin or anything like that, but it kind of reminds me of like Latin music a little bit. It's
Her
like
voice comes off a little sensual, dude.
right, sensual is the other. Yes, it's very groovy. It's this like R&B UK garage kind of thing. It's very rhythmatic, which is also a side of Jihyo that you rarely get to see so often. And in this song, I don't know the way she like pronounces words and whatnot. Like the cadence is just very rhythmatic, very groovy, very forward driven. The chorus is. It's not as explosive as I would have wanted it to be, but I still like the way it flows in between the first part and the second part, where like, how the second part, she's like bop 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 bop, and then it goes into like the second chorus.
Yep.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, it was a great transition. She holds it together. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, no, I guess I wasn't hearing the garage bit. I was hearing more of a 90s
Yeah, that's it.
theme
Yeah.
to it as well, like New Jack Swing a bit maybe. And maybe I was a little influenced by some of the visual choices, right? Because there's a lot of like VHS style filters on some of the shots, like home video type. I don't know. I feel like I didn't realize that it suited her tone so well, and like the chorus, of course, doesn't sound like that. I think it has more of a modern twist to it, but I think the whole package, I thought like, oh, this sounds very, very nice, and I wouldn't have put it together myself. Like I wouldn't have said like, oh yeah, this is the style that she would suit best. But I think it was a great choice because it really highlighted her performance skills.
Yes.
I saw some of the live stages, and she's killing it as always.
Powerful.
Yeah, I feel like it seems very comfortable for her, which I think is great. I do agree. I felt like some of the vocal delivery, while it is very comfortable, right? Like her range is right there. I did feel like there could have been places where there's more of like highs and lows. I think it was very mid-range, which still sounds great, but knowing that she could do both, I think it would have added a little bit more oomph to the song. But that's just kind of nitpicking.
I agree with you. I wrote in my notes, I feel like it didn't fully explode.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like
No,
half
I
a
agree.
detonation. Yeah.
But I mean, that's other than that, it's still a great solo debut.
Yeah, I think the issue of like Jihyo and high notes has been something people have talked about with Twice for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, there was an argument back in the day. This is not my opinion. This is a opinion I saw often where people were like, Twice has very good lead vocalists, right? People to
Right.
sing the chorus, but they don't got someone who's gonna sing like a dolphin crazy high note, right? Which was one of the, a lot of people used to say things like that back in the day. Now, I don't know if I agree with that or not, but it's not like I'll see Jihyo doing like a hair splitting highest note I ever heard in my life note, right? It's not gonna happen, straight up.
And sometimes it's not necessary.
I don't think it's necessary, but
Right.
I do see what you're saying where they could have played a little more with some of the higher notes that she hits, right? I do see that point though, because if you think about it, a lot of the song spends the same a lot of the same range like the whole way for most of it, other than one part where it goes a little higher, right? But then we come back to where we were. So I can see that though. I think that is fair. That being said, I think the concept was good. It was mature. It makes
Yes.
sense for her. The dancing was on point. It's exactly what you want to see.
Very nice.
I think Jihyo's very captivating. This is great. I'm very happy with the JYP solo stuff we've gotten so far, and the unit stuff we've gotten from them too. Some of the Japanese stuff has been really good lately from Twice. To be fair,
Misemo?
The Mizumo thing.
I also like Hare Hare, dude. I'm a huge fan of that song.
The Mizumo title track, which you never covered, is way better than the pre-release. Like,
It is!
There's like
It's
dimensions forward. I don't.
Do not touch, right? That one.
Yes,
it's
yes.
so much better.
So much
than
better.
the other one we covered.
I
I
like the
really,
music
I
video
really
too.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how there's like a little bit of a plot going on here. It's not too in your face about it. I thought there was gonna be a break. Sorry, I spat so much. I was so sure there was gonna be a break, and it never happened. And I was so glad I was wrong. I was like, oh my god, fuck the bald man, fuck the bald man. Just don't give me a break, thank you. I didn't get the break, but like, you know what I mean? Like this.
Did you mean like a break in the song or like a breakup?
No. I'm
break in the
I'm
song.
glad they broke up. He deserves to get dumped. Whatever
So you're
he
happy
did.
they didn't ruin the continuity of the song with a random thing.
Yes. I'm happy
Okay.
they kept the song
Exposition.
going.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were happy there wasn't like an exposition dump. somewhere.
I'm happy they didn't stop the second verse or something after the second chorus to be like, oh, 우리 헤어져. And then there's like a phone drop and people running around without, any music. And then we go back to the song. Like, you know how the K-pop does that these days? I'm glad that
Yes,
didn't
I
happen.
hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I thought it would happen because of the, because how there's like a little bit of a plot and like, there's a clear progression from her being this, oh, did you get home safely? Into like, I'm a badass, kind of Jihyo.
Yeah, this is like, I honestly think that so we've gotten two solos, right? We got Pop 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 and we got Killing Me Good. I feel like they both worked well.
Yeah.
You know which one that Warren wants still? Chaeyoung mixtape, right?
Oh,
Are you still
man.
waiting for that?
Oh,
Are you
rap.
still waiting? Are you still waiting for it?
The
Then?
rap
The
solo.
Chanky Y autotune.
Yeah. If she dropped something like literally like that, I think it would explode the K-pop industry, don't you think?
Dude, a plug and be kind of like rage hip hop. Yeah, give me something like that. That would work.
It would be crazy, wouldn't it?
No, that would
It'd be absolutely
explode.
insane. I think it would cross the realm. Like the K-pop community and the K-hip hop community would come together for this event, right?
The r/K hip hop is
Cool.
upvoting the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit, between Nayeon and this track, this one feels distinctly a lot more traditionally JYP, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
Little swing.
right.
Swing. Yeah.
There's definitely a little bit of swing. If you go back into like JYP's like earlier works, I definitely feel like there's a connection. If you go into like the 2PM's sounds from like early 2010s, I feel like there's a bit of a connection there too, and that kind of makes sense because like Jihyo is, for the most part, in the JYP powerhouse right now, his biggest protege, if that makes any sense, right?
Longest artist, like, right?
Yeah.
Longest staying artist.
Yeah, she was like a trainee for like 10 years or so. It's crazy, wild
She's
time.
been there since she was like 9 or 11 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't want to leave.
I feel like when you're there that long, you got to leverage that into a job post being an idol, don't you think?
Oh no, yeah, I can
No.
see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If I was okay for me, let's say I was a JYP lifer. I was a trainee since I was 11, right?
Yeah.
I debuted when I was 17.
Yeah.
We had a good 10-year run, right? I don't have to go to the military because I'm American, right? So I'm like 28, 29. I would say like, yo, JYP, I'll go to business school, right? Get an MBA. And then I want to be head of scouting.
Oh,
Like,
Ooh.
like whenever we have an international audition, I think you should have a celebrity there to add pressure. I'll be the person there, you know?
oh. So kind of like Kangta.
Yeah. like
Yeah,
that
I was
kind
gonna
of
say
thing.
that there's some companies that kind of do that, but I don't know if it's just for show really or officially like they have a position or not.
I mean, NBA, they're mostly for show. I mean, oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, what?
I didn't say that.
What?
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens with you. I'm excited to see what happens to some of the other Twice girls if we're gonna get more solo stuff or other things like that. It should be exciting.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, we're gonna try something new, right? Are we announcing the thing, or are we just gonna do it?
Yeah, we should announce it.
All right, we're gonna take a mini break because sometimes we gotta go to the restroom or something like that.
We're
We're gonna
doing 6
refresh for the
songs.
next 3 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk K-pop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, the 4th song this week we are covering is Aespa, Better Things. They are from SM. Last year's songs were Spicy, Welcome to My World, and Girls. I was incorrect at the beginning. This is not their English debut. It's like an English track they're releasing because they're on tour right now, more or less, right? They just wanted to add another song to sing to the audience. That being said, this is the least Aespa song, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Sound-wise, I agree, yes.
no hyper pop.
Right.
That's
That
gone.
being said, I think this is like their best track in a while.
Really?
I think this is like a top 3 Aespa track.
Wow.
Oh man.
Right? Am I wrong, Oren? This was fire.
This
I
might be
think
my
it's
second
refreshing.
release from them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I do agree. It
Better
feels
than
very
my
refreshing.
favorite.
Yeah. Sorry, Anita, what are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say that I think music-wise, I do feel like it stands out from their last 3 songs.
Yeah.
But I also feel like visually, though, it's not. I'm most pleased with this visual, right? Because I think they've been kind of trending where they're not really putting forward the whole Kwangya, like
Back in the real world, Aespa.
universe thing, right? So I think they were trying to go for like a more
I'm a
general
schoolgirl.
audience friendly, right?
Yeah, Spice Girls.
And I think this was a really great mix because I feel like visually though it still retained a lot of the like fantasy like aspects that they started out with.
Yeah, winter's in the stomach of a fish like it's Pinocchio. That's
Yeah.
as
what
it
it-
gets.
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah, because she's like skydiving into the fish's
yeah.
mouth.
But I think the
Oh, man.
sound grounds it as well. And then I don't know, I like the combination of both where like the song itself is not like super crazy as we've heard from the other songs of theirs, but visually though they really went all out. Like the editing, like the styling was very, very nice.
sorry,
the
Anita.
sets, like the water dancing was great.
Did you just say the song's not crazy? Excuse me, ma'am? What did you just say?
Crazy.
Did you,
Crazy
are you calling the
like-
song bad? Is that what you're saying?
No, no. I mean, like, there's not a lot of switch ups. No, none at all, to be honest.
What? Yes, there
There's
is.
well, actually, no. There's one that's more of like a
there's a
breakdown, but
bunch.
it blends in and out very well.
I like the keyboard sound.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, like at 1 minute in, whatever they're playing in the background, there's like this like keyboard sound. I don't know what sound effect it is.
It's a
The background?
Rode piano, electronic piano.
It's so good. Whatever that is, it's
great.
It's amazing.
This whole track feels like a very high fidelity rendition of like a K-Tronada track or something like that.
Whoa.
K-Tronada is this lo-fi, funky house R&B producer. Great focus on percussions, which is also a focus here. This whole track is based off of several different percussive loops, these percussive rhythms that really drive the song forward in a really, really interesting way. Not something we hear from Aespa often. If you think about stuff like, Spicy or Savage, they had very in-your-face industrial drums, whereas this is a lot more sensual, a lot more like detail in the way, sound textures work.
This is a cool play on a summer track too.
100%.
Yes.
Most summer tracks are, the way I'll describe it is like, oh, it's midday, we're having a party, where it's summertime. Cool, right? This is like sipping a drink as the sunset's happening.
Ooh.
Very mellow.
That's what this track is.
7
And then
p.m.
Aespa big girls making money, dude.
I really like that
like
section
that.
too. Okay, yeah.
Aespa, you're our
Yes.
#1 fan now, right? You
Gotta
can
go to the
only see
concert
me
to
at
see
our
them.
sold out shows. Yo, that's such a savage like set of lines, dude.
I mean, it's great though, right? Because like
It's amazing.
the whole song isn't just about flexing. They sprinkle it in as the song goes, which that's why it makes it interesting, right? Like,
Bro, just the line "better things to do with my time" is like a great line. Whoever wrote the lyrics did such a good job on this track.
you know what my favorite part is in the song is like the section before the chorus is like, know me, wanna know me.
Oh, the one, know me, wanna know me.
me,
Oh,
wanna
that's-
know me.
That's a good one.
That's so catchy, so earwormy. Like it is, man. Like great songwriting, great vocal performances, great rapping too. Like here's the thing. If I think about Aespa's rapping, my head goes back to Savage, where like they're screaming at the top of their lungs. It's like we go quiet, Kevin. That thing.
It's intense.
Right. And this is the total opposite of that, where they're on a very low range, they're like a lot more relaxed. But on the other hand, they're still very focused and very rhythmatic. And I was kind of impressed that they can pull this off too. And if anything, going forward, I would like to hear this kind of thing a lot more.
Right?
Right.
Or chill.
Yeah. Reminds me a little bit of Somi with Fast Forward, because she kind of did something similar,
Oh.
right? In the last couple of weeks. I don't know. I was equally, if not more, impressed with this one. Oh man, I don't know. Just and like right. So also another thing is like there's a bunch of transitions. Sorry, a bunch of different change ups thrown in the song. Like suddenly there's this like trap movement. Suddenly there's these like choir pads that come out of nowhere, and they're just transitioned in so well that you don't realize they're a switch up. You don't realize it. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. Not like, hey novice, we're gonna do a transition. Can you play this? You know what I mean? Like we gotta stop doing that. This is how it's gotta be.
It flows in and out really well. I'll say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a good compliment. Koro on our Discord stated like, man, when this song ended, I wish I could have just vibed out for 5 more minutes to this track.
Bro,
You know?
bro.
Aw.
That's what this is the type of track like you could play for like an hour straight and I'd be still having a good time. You know?
I agree with you. I actually had the song on loop ever since it released.
Oh.
Yeah, this is like honestly instantly one of my favorite Aespa tracks, and it's not even a real Aespa track. You know what I mean? Like it's not a hardline
Officially
Kwangya
named.
track, right? There's no novice in this one.
Oh, there's the
It sparks a big debate. We're gonna have the debate. So one of the songs we're covering, the last one is Rise, which is the new SM boy group. They released the pre-release. I want to have a big discussion about Kwangya's place in Kakao's SM. That's a big discussion to have, is it not?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to do it for Rise? Why not now?
I want to talk about it with Rise though. I have
Okay.
things to say.
All right,
Many
all right.
things to say.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Um,
Well,
man,
better things.
I like Aespa more than I think I ever have. You know, I've been really into Aespa lately. Yeah. These last couple tracks, the Welcome to My World, Spicy, Into This Better Things, bro, it's completely changed my opinion of Aespa.
Well, no, you didn't like Welcome to My World. You don't get to say this.
I said it was fine. It's just a copy of another song.
No, it is not a copy of Gangster.
Yes, it is. It really is.
It's way better than Gangster, you madman.
Sure.
Yeah, I okay, we'll talk about Kwangyo when you get there. This track, I know it's gonna be a one-off thing and not a continual residual thing, but I kind of hope it does.
This is probably their lowest budget music video too, and I thought the music video was great.
It's great.
Very nice. I really like it.
Kind of feels like Avatar, the new one.
It does.
Yeah.
It's
like, with the fauna and stuff.
Yeah, with the water and like, I'm gonna dance in the water. I'm gonna walk in the water. I'm gonna jump into the water. Water. H2O, everybody. Go drink your water.
Yes, sir. I got double waters right here, man.
Stay hydrated.
Two.
Wow. Why do you need 2 bottles?
Because I lose one all the time. I didn't.
Oh.
All right, let's move to the 5th song. Everglow, Slay. They are from Yehua. Last 3 songs were Pirate, First, and La Di Da. They have been gone since December of 2021.
Oh my
been
god.
a minute.
Oh my god.
It's been a hot minute. A lot of the time, if I understand correctly, Wang Yidong was stuck in China, right? That happened. And then the only stuff they were doing like one-off performances in different K-pop events around in different places, right? Like they were performing in these random one-off events in all these different places, but they hadn't released any new music, right? They became the first girl group to perform in Saudi Arabia, by the way.
Wow.
So that happened.
Wow.
Yeah, they were just performing across the world, but they weren't releasing new music. I don't really know why, but it is what it is. They're back now. It's interesting because I feel like Yehua just fumbled the bag on their momentum, right? Like I don't know how you can't shelf someone 18 months and not like have any popularity regression. That's just impossible. But they're back now.
Yeah.
With a very Everglow track, right? Like that's the best way to put it. They have not missed a beat. It's a very typical Everglow track. I heard some comments, some detractors saying that their sound still seems stuck back. Like they said their sound sounded a little dated back in 2021 when they were releasing it, and now we're in 2023 and it still sounds the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel because like I've always like Everglow is one of my guilty pleasures where I don't think the songs are like. Oh, I thought La Di Da was really good, right? I thought that one was amazing. But even like Bon Bon Chocolat back in the day, I was like,
that's a banger.
I was like, this is good for campy reasons, not because it's like the song itself is like a legendarily produced song.
Shut the hell up. That was a legendarily produced song. I like that song.
Okay, you could feel that.
La 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 la. Everglow.
But like some of their other stuff, like Slay and Pirate, like I was like, all right, I like this song because it's funny and it's funky and it's cool.
Because it's funny.
I don't think this is the best song like it's ever been written.
Do you want to like a group because their songs are funny? That's not no.
Bro, the Pirate song was hilarious. Like I don't like. I was like they wilding out here with this Pirate track.
The thing is,
But
I
was
look
okay
Pirate
with
over
it.
this.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Explain why.
It feels like at least with Pirate, we were making progression towards another direction. We had our EDM trap phase. Cool. Why not move on? Try something different. They're clearly what we call a girl crush concept. There's other things to do within that concept that they haven't done yet. And for some reason, they have stayed within this EDM trap heavy kind of sound for like over and over and over again, what it feels like. Pirate was definitely an outlier in that aspect. Was it kind of funny with the eye patch? Yeah, it was kind of was. But
bro, Aisha was eating that track up, dude. It was amazing.
She was great. I mean,
yeah.
With this, it feels like, and honestly, it feels like a Fat Rat track from like 4 years ago, which is ironic because they just collabed with Fat Rat like last November. The Fat Rat is an EDM artist, most known for Unity, which is another track that you probably heard of somewhere. But he also does a lot of those swing, melody loops in a big bombastic trap sound. And if you listen to Ghostlight, which is the collab they did together last November, it sounds eerily similar. The main loop, like the bum bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum, and I sang it kind of out of tune. Yeah, no, I sang that out of tune on purpose because that's kind of what they sound like if you listen to it back to back. It just sounds like it sounds like that. It's I don't know. I think it could be summed up as it feels uninspired.
The lyrics don't help this song either.
Okay,
English
I wanted
lyrics.
to talk.
Well,
I
nor
wanted
does
to
the
talk
Korean.
about the Slay.
Slay,
Part.
crazy, sexy, cool. Like,
Because I feel like that kind of added to my sense of feeling maybe a little outdated, and maybe I don't know, maybe that's just me because I don't really think Slay is that colloquial anymore or that used. I don't know. Maybe it is. I just feel like whenever we focus on like a specific trendy word, right? It runs the risk of it actually not being that trendy or kind of being overplayed within the song itself, where it just kind of loses the meaning.
It feels
I
like
don't know. I feel like
it feels like how
Go
do
ahead.
you fellow kids? It feels like how do you do fellow kids? That's what it feels like. It feels like an out of touch adult trying to relate with like teenagers.
right.
I liked some
But-
parts of the song. I liked, well, the music video wise, I liked Mia's hair. I thought it was awesome.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
the short hair.
Yeah.
I heard
Very
she wasn't
cool.
the biggest fan of it though at the time when she got it cut.
Oh, no.
I heard that was the
Okay.
case.
It looks great.
And people were
though.
saying like, man, Yewa shouldn't just force her to get a haircut if she's not really down for it. But I
Yeah.
thought it was. I thought
That's
it turned out
true.
okay. I thought that among all the craziness that's going on this track, some of the vocals were really good on this one.
Oh yeah, vocals are
there's
fine.
there's like a bridge part where it's Jihyun into Mia. It's so good towards the
that was,
latter half of
that
the
was
song.
one of my favorite parts. Yeah.
I didn't know Jihyun had it in her to sing that well, but it was amazing what happened there. I always thought that EU's rap sections are really underrated in girl group K-pop, and I thought again she did a good job. She has very good flow relative to some other girls who are rapping, I think. Warren does not have a comment about her rapping, I'm guessing.
I'll be honest. All I remember is the slay, break
Crazy,
the
sexy,
rules.
cool. Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
catchy. There
I
you
mean,
go.
this song makes sense if you look at the Everglow tracks, right? Particularly first Pirate Slay, this kind of makes sense.
Okay, I liked
What?
First a little more than Pirate or Slave.
I wasn't the biggest fan of first.
I
I like the first four songs. Bonbon Chocolat. I have a huge proponent of Adios. I like that a lot more than most people. I thought Dun Dun Dance was good. Not Dun Dun Dance. Dun Dun.
dun 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 dun
Dun Dun was good.
dun
I
dun.
thought La-Di Da was the peak. I thought
Ladi
that was
really
amazing.
nice. Yeah.
And then I wasn't the biggest fan of first Pirate or this one, to be honest.
I feel like Ladida and Bama Shakla are kind of the outliers, along with Pirate. Pirate, I feel like it's grouped in a little more, but the whole Adios, Dun Dun, and then First, and then now this.
First?
Oh, it feels, yeah, it's not kind of. I've had my fun with it. It's about
Just
7
feel
years
like
ago.
They took 18 months off, right? I feel like they should have done a pre-release track that was. I think this would have been a really good pre-release track to say, "Hey, we're Everglow. We still got the Everglow vibe. Here it is, right?"
that would
But I
make
think
sense,
that the
yeah.
title track should have been something different.
Switch it up. a
Kind
bit.
of like Kill This Love.
Sure. Yeah, something like that.
Sorry, not Kill This Love. How You Like That was the pre-release, and then they did Ice Cream,
Oh, I
which was a
like that one.
total switch up, and then after that they did Lovesick Girls, which was
Lovesick Girls.
also a bit of a switch up.
Yeah, I think that this would have been a really good opportunity to switch it up a bit.
Well, the question in my head is, where does Everglow go from here? Where do
Hopefully,
we go?
they release more music. You know, like goddamn.
Hopefully, yes.
Are they
Yeah.
going to? Do we trust them at this point? Yuehua has been releasing music in general. We know they're not a dead company. It's just they chose not to be active with Everglow. you look at the thumbnail.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know.
You look at the cover art. You look at the music video. It doesn't really particularly feel like, ooh, we worked on this for 18 months. It feels like we worked on this for the last 3 months and took a 15-month break. You know what I mean? Look at the cover art.
And that would be sad.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know people like to complain about like artists being mistreated and stuff like that all the time. A lot of that I'm like, okay, I understand from a company's perspective if if the money ain't flowing in, you don't got to spend whatever, sure, fine. Rocket Punch, it makes sense. This one I don't understand because there was a lot of incoming money, there was a lot of investment, there was a lot of interest in the group, and they were just shoved for no reason.
Even if you don't had to take like a break, right, to do whatever she had to do in China, they could have kept going, like.
At the very least, they could have seen where it goes.
Like, I get that they were still active and they did performances and yada yada yada, but like the base unit of K-pop is releasing title tracks, right?
I mean, dude, I'd be bored if I was performing the same like music over 18 months.
Yeah.
Imagine like going to a show to perform earlier this year in March and performing Adios or something like that, which they released 2-3 years ago.
It's
over
kind of lit.
and over and over. Okay, you're supposed to say Warren, that's very repetitive.
I mean, I got a soft spot for Everglow though. Like it's one of those groups. I'd say it's my guilty pleasure group. I really like Everglow sometimes, man. It's hype.
I will go listen to Bong Bong Chocolat again.
Yeah, shout out
Great
to
song.
Mia's hair. I was loving it. I thought it was fantastic.
looks cool.
All right, final track. We got Rise on Memories pre-release. They are from SM. Rise is an upcoming South Korean boy group formed by SM Entertainment, set to debut in 2023. The lineup consists of Shotaro, Eunseok, Sungchan, Wonbin, Seunghan, Sohee, and Anton.
Antoine.
Yes, Anton.
Anton.
Oh, Anton. Okay.
Anita, you're a SM boy group fan, right?
Yeah, I have been in.
How do you
Yes.
feel about this Rise pre-release with Memories?
Well, I was not expecting it, and I don't know if it's representative of what their general sound would be like, because they also had another performance video released
Which was very NCT-like, I thought.
Yes,
Same.
I believe it's called Siren, right?
Yes.
And the style of it, like the delivery of the vocals, the rap, everything performance-wise, it felt very similar to what I've seen from NCT in the past. So I felt like I don't know how we're differing this group from the previous one, especially knowing that some members were supposed to be within the NCT realm. So I figured like, okay, so has to be different somehow. I feel like this pre-release Memories kind of starts to set that difference a little bit. Not right away, I would say, but it felt like they're very much pushing more of the relatability aspect in the music video style, I would say, like the kind of like just enjoying summer, having fun vibes. And some of it actually reminded me of Boy Next Door, who also debuted
Same.
this year.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was kind of quick. It was in the beginning of the song. The vocal delivery and the instrumental, it reminded me a lot of them. But then something that I noticed within this song is that they do a lot of switch ups. So they started off with this general, like more like, I wouldn't call it, I don't know what to call it with Boy Next Door as well, but it's more like not really rock, like band inspired pop.
Teen pop.
I want to say.
I'd call this teen pop. Yeah.
Okay, teen pop. They started off with a more teen pop, and then they switched to like more like hip hop based stuff, like with the rapping, and then the chorus was like completely out of left field for me, where it just picks up and it feels faster, but I don't know what the genre would be. It's
It's like a drum and bass breakbeat kind of beat. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of things going on at once, and I don't know. It's very interesting. I feel like I can't quite grasp what the general vibe will be yet, but it's something.
That's not really good, Anita. If it's just something.
It honestly felt like they just like shoved in a couple different songs together, right? Like it felt very disjointed to me.
Yeah, same.
The chorus part with the singing part felt like cohesive, and then all the rap sections felt like, and these are really heavy for the rest of the song, right? That you're
there's this like
here.
very like trap heavy serious rap thing after the second chorus, but before each of the first and second choruses there's also this boom bap like R&B hip hop thing, and like none of it flows into each other. There's no effort to make it a transition. I mean, there was a bit of it after the trap section before the third chorus. Sure, I'll take that, but it's not very smooth. It's just there. It feels less of a transition and more of like a transitional 8-bar section. So I think song wise, I like the chorus.
I really love the chorus.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
The chorus feels like
great.
it feels like something like I hear Boys Next Door. I hear like TXT. It sounds like something NCT Dream could have been doing at some point as well if they were newer. I like all of these sections. You know what? I like the chorus. I'm not sure if I like all the sections. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, I'll agree with that.
Rise. Okay. I like the non like trap sections of this song.
Same.
That's pretty much it. I don't like the haircuts. I thought some of these haircuts, they're looking like Bruce Lee out here. Like, actually looking like Bruce Lee.
I don't know. Is it trendy? I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Hope it's
Maybe
not.
it is.
Yeah, they had this kind of like, real Americana, like Pacific Coast vibe, right? Going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Summer by the lake type.
Yeah.
Summer by the lake. Good lord. What are they eating? Frito-Lays? Like, what's going on here? Like,
from what I've seen in the performance video and even in this music video, their dancing's really good, right? Which is
performance-wise, yeah.
Performance-wise, I think is their strongest suit so far. I think Rise. The reason why I wanted to cover it this week is it presents a very interesting discussion about Rise, SM, 3.0, and Kakao. Right? There's a lot to unpackage here because to me, it feels like Kakao wants to separate themselves, the 3.0 from Kwangya. I think that's the big distinction.
Whoa. I don't think there has been any mention of it.
I don't think there's been mentioned, but Rise has not been mentioned in any possible links to Kwangya, period. Right?
Right.
I think that Kakao's coming in. Number one, Kakao wants to make a group where they can say, we made this. We're not just running a group that was already at SM, right? I think Rise is them saying, like, this is our group. Right? It's not gonna have to do with the Kwangya BS with this metaverse stuff that whatever. We want to make a boy group that we could call like ours, and I think that's what's going on here.
they want to take credit.
Yeah, they want to take credit in this Rise group in the 3.0, which is their whole thing.
Okay.
I feel like that makes sense, right? And I feel like the timing is also very telling, right? Like, it hasn't been that long since things were settled, and there's been like we mentioned, there hasn't been a lot of the push that we saw previously for the Kwangya, the metaverse, the whole thing that was kind of tying groups within SM together, right? I still think though that it's kind of hard to make it to like distance yourself so much, because essentially, does that mean that you will be rebranding everything at some point, or are you just like hoping that things die down and then you don't have to?
I think they keep the current groups in the Kwangya and they let Rise not be in it. That's what and they put the future groups not in it.
Okay,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is where we inevitably have to talk about Aespa, because they are the face of Kwangya. They are the main characters.
The Kwangya, yeah.
And their song, actually, their EP from last May began with a song called "Welcome to My World" featuring Novice.
Right.
The press release for that song reads that Novice is inviting Aespa into the real world, aka my world, which is Aespa's own musical world. Other than that, anywhere in the press release, there's nothing about Kwangya. There's nothing about Novice or Black Mamba. Novice is portrayed as this AI vocal thing. And I feel like that's how they could evolve Novice in the rest of Kwangya.
Do you think they're gonna try to remove Aespa from the heavy metaverse concept thing?
It
right?
really feels like all of that is being thrown out the window. And this, and another evidence I could point to is, Z's release.
True.
Which,
Oh, right.
right, I got to check that out because that was on the live stream, which may or may not be an upcoming episode. I don't know. But he had a whole ass video called The Nexus. It's this 13-minute ass weird movie drama thing featuring snippets of all of his AP. TLDR is it's like almost like a mini movie, and that has a lot of the plot points that would connect itself really, 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 really well to Novice or Aespa or Kwangya or SMCU in general, and it is completely absent from the video. It is in fact completely absent from the press release. They're not mentioning it anywhere at all. The opportunities more than plenty. They said the word every time people sneeze. You know what I mean? Like, it was like a thing. Like, do a drinking game every time SM says Kwangya, dude. You're wasted in like 2 hours. That's how it was, and suddenly it's all gone. Like,
Right. I guess I just find it. I mean, I get the business side of it, right? The perspective of like, this is a new era for the company,
Right.
And the new company owners want to make it obvious. I just feel like I don't know if the music will reflect that as much as they hope, because I feel like we're already seeing with this group, right? The previous pre-release, the Siren one, I didn't think it was too different than what NCT had been doing. I don't think this release, Memories, was like completely like nothing like NCT
I feel like
either.
I feel like that's a completely different conversation we also have to think about. Like,
Okay.
right? Like, how does Rise fit into the rest of SM's musical catalog house of people? Right? Like,
Not determined yet.
yeah. Like, because I had the same concern. Because vocally, if I listen to the song and I forget about the instrumental, forget about the production for a minute, I hear SM people voices. I hear NCT singing this.
It has a lot of broken melodies in it.
That too. Yeah.
Oh.
It honestly, at the moment, I know I know partially this is because I don't know the members too well. I don't know their faces. I don't know their voices too well. But if I listen to just their voices, it just sounds like I'm hearing NCT people. Sounds like a slightly lower pitched Mark somewhere, slightly lower pitched. I don't know all of their names. Jisung somewhere. You know what I mean. It feels like SM has been kind of going through this almost production line of producing groups and the way they sing and dance and whatnot, and that's become so formulaic over the last decade that by now it's caught up to them a little bit, and it's showing its low end. It's showing how similar some of these folks can be, and you know what, the genre is different. Sure, the aesthetics of it is different visually, so if you want to distinguish it that way, go ahead. But if you plop this into like a playlist full of NCT's dream tracks, it's gonna be one artist to me in my head, and to me, that's a bit of an issue.
We'll have to see. Yet a Guitar comes out September 4th. We'll definitely talk about that once we get back. When we come back, we're probably gonna have a super episode on the first one. We typically do.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a mega episode. It's probably like we might even put like, I don't know. There's gonna be a bunch of songs that day that we're gonna have to talk about.
We'll figure it out when you get there.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But other releases this week. Okay, I never pronounced this group right. Let me look this up. Adia released What's Up. Yuju released Rewind. Lucy released Haze. Chen released Light of My Life. Sorn released Rowdy featuring Sungyeon. Primrose released Laffy Taffy. Levy, who is Wang Jihyo from Boys Planet, released AI Bay, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Akmu released Lovely, which is a pretty fun track, and then Vanner released Performer. We're at Spice King last week. Tomi's Fast Forward picked up his first crown. ITZY's K came in second. BTSV Rainy Days came in third. For the last time in season 5, the new candidates are Stayc Bubble, Triple S, LOVElution, Girls Capitalism, Twice Jihyo, Killing Me Good, Aespa, Better Things, Everglow, Slay, Rise, Memories. Okay. I'm between Jihyo and Aespa putting them in first, to be honest with you.
Oh. All right. Maybe.
If I think about which one of these songs I'm gonna listen to more in the next month, right? I'll put Aespa in first.
Oh.
Game time decision. Jihyo, Killing Me Good comes in second. So Better Things first, Killing Me Good second. In third place, I will keep Somi Fast Forward in third. I'm still digging that song.
Dang. Okay. Is my chart flipped from yours? I'm not sure. But I'm still listening a lot to Fast Forward Somi, so I still have it in first.
God damn.
Wow.
I really like it. I think it might be my favorite track from Somi. I think that I've come to that conclusion.
Well, there's not that many.
Yeah, it's not a high bar, Anita.
Oh, no. Well, I'm liking it so far, so hopefully we stick around that track. Second place, I'm going to give it to Jihyo, Killing Me Good. I really liked it. I liked the performances so far. As always, great performer. And I think it really suited her. I think it was a great choice for this solo debut. And then third place, I was between two, but I do want to give it to Aespa, Better Things, in third place. I think the song is very mellow, very easy to listen to, and I think I really like the visuals of it, maybe a little bit more than the sound, but I think the overall package is great. I like what they did with the concept. It definitely, like I mentioned before, it was refreshing to hear this from them. So I'll give it to Aespa.
I'll also give it to Aespa. Very refreshing. Very good. Surprise summer song of the year. And I like that it's coming out in August because it feels like an August summer song. First place.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I also like Killing Me Good. That was good song from Jihyo. Jihyo's always good.
Yes.
Good. Church of Jays. Here we go. Third place. That leaves me with Fast Forward with Somi on second place. I still like the song too.
Yes.
It is officially now. This is funny. Fast Forward is the 5th most song that I listened to this month. Except Better Things is already 6th place. So I think that.
Oh.
Yeah, someone's catching up.
You got Jihyo in third, Somi in second. That's crazy.
Yeah. How the turntables have turned. If you think about 16.
What? All right, go to gang. Yo, they got Aespa in first place. Better Things.
Alright.
With
There we
48
go.
points.
Big points too.
Second
Wow.
place, they have Twice Jihyo, Killing Me Good with 36.
Nice.
And then in third place with 20, Everglow Slay. Beating out
Whoa.
Stayc Bubble, which had 18, and Triple S, which had 17. Somi, which had 13. But they put Everglow Slay in third place with 20.
Oh, that was a tight
As a
run.
result, third place this week is Somi. Fast Forward with 9 points. Second
Let's go.
place is Twice Jihyo with Killing Me Good with 10. And in first place, picking up its first crown, is Aespa Better Things with 16. So it won pretty dominantly.
Let's go.
Wow.
Hey, that's exciting. I'm excited about Aespa right now. Finally, we're at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes. First off, we have New Jeans with Super Shy. They won a show champion in Inkigayo. That brings them up to 5 total wins so far. And then New Jeans again, this time with ETA, won on M Countdown. So
Ooh.
2 wins with that song. And then we had the boys with Lip Gloss. They had their first win on Music Bank. And then Joyuri with Taxi, also first win on the show. Congrats.
Boom.
Nice.
All right, that ends part 1. SojuTalk episode 249. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Delmonic, Ellie, Irvtron, Gogu Mama, Honey Pool, Yokab, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniel, NJ Parks, Tyr, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop.
And special thanks to our Discord server mods, Jacob, K-Music Erday, Koala, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.
All right, we are back at it with part 2 of Soju Talk episode 249, where we're going to cover some news and events from the past week.
Part 3.
First one's kind of scary. Oh, part 3, technically, yeah. NCT Tae got in an accident while riding his motorcycle home from his schedule. He was immediately taken to the hospital and received examination and treatment. He was diagnosed with a fracture on his right thigh, and a medical team decided that he needs surgery. He will suspend all his schedules for the time being to focus on treatment and recovery. Probably going to have to go to physical therapy. He won't be able to attend the NCT Nation concert, which is scheduled on the 26th of August, 2023. And here's a picture of him.
Man. Hopefully he gets
That's
well
scary,
soon.
dude. Motorcycles are scary.
Yeah.
Motorcycles are scary, yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I mean, I didn't expect Taylor to be
A motorcycle junkie?
a motorcycle.
Yo, he's into it. He has his own. Like
Okay.
that's pretty intense.
But yeah.
Hey, it's
he
your
didn't,
prerogative, but I know for a fact, like a lot of sports teams, they have rules that in the off season you can't do certain things, and I believe that motorcycles is one of them.
Risk-taking, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason for it because you get hurt for sure.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. I hope he feels better. I hope he
This is
recovers.
gonna be like a year probably, right?
It's gonna be a minute. Yeah.
If he has a tibia fracture, it's gonna be a long time before he can dance
Oh
again.
man.
Dude, I knew a guy in middle
Best of
school
luck.
where he was like permanent. He had a permanent limp because of a motorcycle accident.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Hopefully it's not
we'll
as serious.
Yeah.
But
Please.
All right, next one. Also in SM news. So Rise, they were announced to make a special appearance at KCON LA 2023. They performed their prologue singles Memories and Siren, and they're gonna debut on September 4th. So KCON happened this weekend. From what I heard, the concerts were great. Right? Everyone had a
Nice.
fantastic job at the concert. People were also saying that they were trying to Black Ocean Rain for his treatment of Cypher, where they were gonna put up like light sticks and stuff and not cheer for Rain. But I heard at the end of the day, people it was fine.
Okay.
I thought that was
Okay.
overblown.
oh, yeah, I understand it, but
Yeah, I get that too, because he completely screwed Cypher. And then I heard the convention itself was a hot mess. Like
Oh, no.
it was like
Oh, no.
LineCon 2023.
oh no.
They apparently they keep renting the smaller side of the convention center, which is to save money. But there's so many people there that it's like a mess.
Dang.
Hey, I mean, at least it was better than the World Scout Jamboree 2023.
I heard that was bad. I heard that KCON was a mess. I even heard there was a Final Fantasy Fan Fest in Las Vegas. I heard there was humongous issues with that too, in terms of
Oh my
logistics.
god.
Yeah.
All right.
Conventions. I don't know, man. In this post-COVID world, conventions are hit or miss. The way I feel about them. Next one. So Chu is now completely free, and it was ruled that her exclusive contract with BlackBerry Creative is invalid. So she's 100% free now.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Been a while
Nice.
coming, but congratulations.
Pretty sure, now all of them are free. Yeah, I think on paper.
Nice.
That's great for them.
I like how it's the legal body that says she's free now.
Yes. Wait, I had some. Oh, here we go. Speaking of Luna, I got some more news here.
Oh.
So LOVElution, right? That's the group with Hyunjin, Yeojin, Gowon, Olivia, formerly Olivia, now Haeju, and Vivi in it. So Hyunjin has been selected as the crew commander.
What?
That's the term. She is their commander.
Like a leader?
No.
But no,
Crew
it's
commander.
Crew commander.
Crew commander.
Okay, commander.
If you have seen any of the LOVElution teasers or anything, they are heavily trying to do like Luna concepting.
Ah.
Like little bit creepy school vibe, you remember? Like hi. That's what they're going for.
Okay. Does
Okay.
it feel like uninspired repetition or a good continuation of where they left off?
Like for instance, like I ain't gonna play the music because I don't think we're allowed to. But like,
No.
look at the concept thing, dude. Like satellites, you know. Look,
Ooh.
half abandoned school.
Oh, this
like
is
this
very
is Luna aesthetic,
similar.
is it not? Right? That's like the aesthetic is there for sure. What they used to do.
Well, the marketing is clear.
And it's a searching for their friends. Like this is so heavy-handed,
Wow.
but it should be interesting to see.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. 50/50. So they officially filed a criminal complaint against the Tract CEO Jung Hyun-jun for criminal negligence and embezzlement. So they're starting to go through the weeds about how the company was formed, who he owed money to, who invested, yada yada yada. Their claim is that they were using 50/50 as just a vehicle for him to pay off the investors and things like that, which, you know, I could see that being the case. See what happens there. And then they released a letter thanking their fans for sticking by them, explaining their choices, and denouncing the false media coverage going on about them. What we really want, however, is to carry out our activities as artists in a trustworthy environment. I think, regardless of how you feel about the situation or not, it's a super muddy situation, and I kind of feel like no one wants anything to do with them, right? Like,
Which is sad though.
Which is
for
sad.
them. Yeah.
It's gotten so
That's how it
muddy
is.
that like if like let's say I'm music maker or something like that, and I bring on 50/50 and they still got all these lawsuits going on, like I risk pissing some people off, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or it
Yeah.
looks bad. Like the public might look at it badly because Korea's really more on the side of Attract, or at the same time, you know, Warner, Korea, we don't know their role in this. Like there's just so many moving parts now that I think a lot of people just don't want anything to do with them, which is a shame.
It's
Yeah.
this letter also feels like it's coming out of interesting yet really weird timing, if that makes any sense. Like why now? Why now? You know? Why are they dropping it as the new Cupid remix officially from Warner Music is dropping? It's, you know what I mean? Like it's,
Oh.
I don't know. I'm probably just, you know, pulling out weird conspiracy theories here, but at the same time, it feels weird that they are dropping this now, when, you know, for a while it was kind of quiet. The whole controversy, people had kind of moved on from it until. Are you going to talk about the TV show at all, Doug?
No, but I heard there was like a mini doc made by one of the TV channels, right?
There is a TV show in Korea called 그것이 알고 싶다, which roughly translates to "I would like to know that," which is like one of those like you know, they do like a mini documentary every week.
It's like a 60 minutes type show.
It's a 60-minute type show where, you know, sometimes they'll go into politics, sometimes they'll go into criminal history, or, you know, whatever social issue that's kind of popular. They did a whole episode about 50/50. People were kind of pissed off that it is way too biased in favor of a certain side. In which case, here they were very biased in favor of 50/50. So, you know, you also have to put that into context. Are they trying to shift something together with the airing of an episode of something? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like this is kind of random in terms of I'm dropping a letter now instead of maybe like a month ago.
Still very messy. Yeah.
Okay. Next thing. E-Daily shared that JYP is set to join hands with KBS to create an upcoming female vocal program, which includes the formation of a vocal project group, or a project vocal group. It's set to air before the end of the year on KBS. I don't know if this is going to be a JYP group he's making, but he's involved in this potential show that's going to be creating a vocal group.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
So it might be he's just a judge like he used to do with K-pop Star back in the day, or maybe it has more to do with JYP. We don't really have all the details, but KBS and JYP, two big names. People will probably watch this.
It is apparently going to star legendary female vocalists in the Korean pop industry.
Oh, and they're gonna like make a group out of them. So, oh goodness. So, like
apparently.
Ailey might show up, like someone like that,
Sure.
right? Or like
Yeah.
Hyodin.
Oh my
Sure,
god.
yeah, Shorin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like Hyobi.
If
Names.
we're really just
Gummy.
going to have to see how big the names are that appear on
Right.
the show. That's going to be the real crux of this. How big it's going to be.
I think it might also not be like a K-pop thing. It also might just be like a Korean pop thing. But we'll see.
That would be fine too, because if
Yeah.
it's Korean pop and it's a little gen friendly in Korea, it might pop off. You know?
Yeah.
That'd
Like
be
if you
cool.
just could make groups with random like actors and singers for guy groups, he did that, right? And he's done it with girl groups before. This might be an extension of that type of thing. Next thing. This is the current mentor lineup for SBS's Universe ticket. So Adora, Itzy, Yeji, and Chaeryeong, Yunha, Girls' Generation Hyoyeon, Sejong, and La Chica Rian.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
this is kind of exciting, is it
Interesting
not?
lineup. Yeah.
You know, to be fair, I'm kind of lost in the sauce on all of these like upcoming competition shows, but this is the one that's by SBS, right? Yes, it is.
Yes.
And this is the follow-up to Loud, I believe.
Ah. Is it? Okay.
Should be pretty interesting, right? At the end of the day. We'll have to see. You know, some of these shows are really hit or miss where like they have a lot of decent amount of hype going into the show, but then once the show actually airs, the viewership's like 1% on free access television, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, ooh, not doing too hot. We'll have to see. We'll keep our eye on it. Next thing. So I've joined the made a Discord, right?
Oh?
What?
What?
The link is let me go
What?
zoom out. It's discord.gg/Ive Starship.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay.
So they have an official Discord,
Interesting.
discord.gg/Ive Starship.
Why?
From what I heard, there was like very little moderation at the beginning.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They don't know, dude.
Oh, a stupid move. Starship.
So yeah, you could join the Ive Discord if you want. That's kind of interesting.
Well, I'm on my way right now. I'm joining as join Ive. There we go.
Yeah.
Dude, there's
So-
26,000 people. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Oh
once
my
again,
God.
discord.gg/Ive Starship if you want to join the
How
Ive.
will they moderate this?
Also, join
Interesting.
discord.gg/SojuTalk. Yeah, do that too while you're at it. Yeah.
Join both.
All right. Next thing we got here is Hwasa going to have a solo album in September. That's pretty
Nice.
exciting.
Interesting.
This is her first thing after joining P Nation, and like the Mamamoo saga's been kind of interesting lately. If you remember with the Jamboree thing, Solar was like, "Yeah, me and Moonbyo were doing Mamamoo Plus." And then we got enlisted to do the Jamboree as Mamamoo as a whole.
They were
randomly.
called upon.
And then, but like once the Jamboree ended, they all went back to doing their own thing. Like
The nation needed us.
they literally got like drafted like a military thing. to do that
Essentially.
concert. Next thing, IST confirmed Weekly's gonna have a comeback in October.
Okay.
All right, they've already dropped the ball terribly with Weekly.
Hasn't been great.
Let's see if they could redeem themselves because like the Venpara Ak thing was not it, right, Anita? It was not the
quite.
move.
Nah.
Well, Venpara thing aside, it's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Where
been a
have they
while.
been?
A couple of the girls were on Queendom Puzzle, like everyone else who's not doing too hot. Yeah.
You know what really pisses me off?
What pisses you off?
Weekly was on, some of the members off of Weekly was on Queendom Puzzle. They announced their comeback. Where's mine?
Oh, Rocket Punch?
Why is Rocket Punch not announcing a comeback? I know you guys are doing something. There's behind the scenes footage of y'all doing something. It's leaked.
It's a secret.
Bro,
Yo,
release
Rocket
it now.
Rocket Punch is in Struggle City. Are they not? Like,
Oh no.
Bro, Struggle Metropolis over here. Like,
yeah.
right,
Next
let's
thing.
move on.
So, Brand New Music announced the termination of Boys the Capo exclusive contract.
Oh.
I like the primary color hair, to be fair.
It's kind of cool.
They're
Yeah.
gonna release like a goodbye single on August 26th, so that's kind of sad. But like,
Dang.
If I remember correctly, Boys to Kappa was always kind of meant to be like a bit of a project group. And then they kind of just said, "Yeah, we're kind of done doing this." Kind of sad. Rip. Next thing. So the FSS, so some kind of financial services thing. They raided like they like raided Kakao a little bit to look for documents in connection to the SM share price manipulation suspicions. So documents related to Yurchon legal advice on how to block Hybe's tender offer are believed to be confiscated. It is also learned that Kakao Entertainment CEO Kim Sung-soo has been banned from leaving the country. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he is the chair of the Kakao board of directors. So there's like a big investigation into the whole acquisition of SM by Kakao. And like apparently they were like had legal advice on how to block Hybe and things like that. Like, yeah.
Dang.
Oh,
It's not a good look. He's banned from leaving the country.
well, I hope the investigation goes smoothly.
Yep.
Yeah. So they raided. So the first thing was they raided the law firm that was apparently in cahoots with SM and Kakao on how to block Hybe, right?
Yurchon law
they-
firm, yeah.
So they raided a law firm because they were giving them advice how they could like block them from buying anything. And then also the Kakao Entertainment CEO is being investigated and he's not allowed to leave the country.
Bloody hell, dude. I don't know what to
Pretty
say.
intense.
Was
Yeah.
it worth it? That's what I want to know. Was it worth it?
Well, I'm sure he'll be able to leave and like. I don't know if he goes to jail. Maybe not.
To be fair, Isuman was on Interpol's wanted list at one point.
All right.
Y'all remember
no.
this, right?
Interpol.
Not that
Yeah.
much better.
So-
Actually
K-pop is
worse.
global, y'all. K-pop is global.
Like, I found the image. Let me open the image.
Oh
real
my
quick.
god.
Like, to be fair, he was wanted by Interpol at one point, right? So
great.
for
Oh,
tax
man.
evasion and things like that. So yeah.
Well,
Finally, we got a spoiler here. So this is spoilers about Queendom Puzzle. So if you don't want to hear about this, just like the episode's almost over. We'll see you guys in season 6. But for the next like 2-3 minutes, we're gonna be talking about Queendom Puzzle.
I like
So-
your spoiler image.
I looked a lot, and this was the only one because a lot of them were like red and white, and I thought it was too blaring.
Yeah, no.
So I found one that's a little more casual. So you got 5 seconds before I move on to the slide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God, it was
spoil
all a
Queendom Puzzle
dream.
now. So congratulations to the 7 members who have made it to the project group L's Up from Queendom's Mnet's Queendom Puzzle. So the winner, H1 Keys Huiso, placed first. This is in order. This girl placed first. Was
Wow.
Nana second, Purple Kiss Yuki third, Lovely's K fourth, Yarum from Uju Sonyo fifth, Rocket Punch Yunhee sixth, CLC Yeon seventh. That is the group.
All right. Congrats to them.
Congrats.
How do we feel, Warren? How do you feel that Yunhee made this group?
You know what? I'm a little sad. Okay. First of all, I'm very happy Yunhee made the group. As far as I understand about L's Up, this is supposed to be a project group and not a permanent thing or a semi-permanent thing. So,
Correct.
it is not supposed to overlap with the other group activities. So, you know what? That is, if anything, really good, and it got a lot of positive eyes on Rocket Punch and all these other groups too. So I'm very happy about that. I'm a little sad about Suyun, who was on 8th place.
Yep.
Very close.
Oh man.
I'm also sad
And,
about Juri. She was on 12th, which is, relatively kind of close if you think about.
And with this
the
type
whole
of
team.
project group, it's good for them because at a minimum, they're going to perform at like Mama. They're going to do all the K-cons and things like that going forward, most likely, right? So
Exactly.
it's a pretty cool experience. And for some of these girls who have kind of
Yeah.
finished with their regular group, like K and Yeon, it's another chance. They got another like year or so, 2 years to be in a group, So that's good for them as well.
Yeah.
It's a career extender for sure. So here's some more things. So according to this article, they will be releasing their debut album in September. Aside from performances in Korea in the second half of the year, they'll start their world tour in Japan. And you could also anticipate their stage at Mama 2023.
Okay.
Pretty exciting there.
Nice.
And then finally, it's going to be managed by Wake One, which makes sense because a lot of the produced groups are managed by them.
No surprise there.
And then the music distributors are going to be Genie and Stone, which also makes sense because it's normally Stone for the post Mnet group. So yeah, they're getting a full thing here. I wonder what the sales are going to look like because I don't know how many people were watching this show. Right? I'm looking at the cable numbers. It was like a 0.5% at the peak. I know it's cable though. It's cable though. So
I mean,
not fantastic.
It's Mnet. I mean, also like, I am looking at the amount of votes and the scores people got. I'm pretty sure it's a bit of a lie.
Oh no.
Pretty sure it's been fluffed up to make it look like it's popular. But what do I know?
I'm excited for this. I'll definitely it'll be in contention for something we cover on the show for sure.
Of course.
For sure.
All right, I will remove the spoiler things now so people can come back if they were.
No, and we're back to Yulchon Law Firm and the I Can't Leave Korea. Oh no.
Next week though, in terms of music, while we're not gonna cover these next week, but these are the songs that will be out in the next 7 days. We have Must Be, Girls' Generation Jihyo, XG, the title track I believe comes out. Yerin,
Nice.
TIOT, it's a pre-debut. Anita, that's the group with Gung Junhyun in it.
Oh, okay.
Secret Number,
Nice.
Plave, Icon, That Boys the Capo Goodbye Song, and NCT are all going to be releasing tracks in the next.
Wow.
Hey, so that's kind of a wrap to season 5, guys, of Soju Talk.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with the episode 250 short special, and then you'll have 2 to 3 weeks of live streams, and then we will be back on September 26th with the return of Soju Talk and episode 251 and season 6. Well, I don't actually know how we're gonna number them, but we'll be back with season 6 in September 26th.
Oh, if you want to join the live stream where we check out XG, and I'm gonna be there, Doug's probably gonna be there. Come join on the 23rd August, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, and you'll find me and him, and we'll talk a lot. I think, yeah.
Everything I do it A1.
Flawless.
Flawless.
Exactly. Geesh, thank God I'm fine. Sorry.
This has already
they
looked
have great
into them.
catchphrases, but we'll see you guys then, everyone. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.